Let's speak to a retired Air Force officer, Wing Commander Patrick Nelson Sogbodjor, for more on the report. Many thanks for joining us, Captain.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Commander.
Are the committee's findings close to what you anticipated regarding the facts and causes of the accident?
Well, I think they give me as a comprehensive report of what really happened.
And in your view, did they provide sufficient information and analysis as would be expected of an investigation of this nature?
I think they did. They did. And right from the beginning,
Hello?
Hello?
Wing Commander, yes, we're listening to you.
I think they did.
Okay.
I think they did. But there are portions of it which most probably we'll have to really look at again. Because right from the onset of this incident, I said, and we're looking for what happened to the airplane to lose sight, to hit anything, to crash. Because now the aircraft have been exonerated that it was airworthy. The pilots have been exonerated, it wasn't human error. It's the third factor, which is weather, which no human has control over it.
Air Commander, can you explain in, layman terms what a sudden loss of altitude means?
And when an aircraft has to fly, you first send your flight plan to the control tower, and you will select the height you want to go to. And this one will be examined, and the air traffic control will give you the weather report en route of that flight, and also give you permission to start your engine and to take off. And you remain in contact with the air traffic control. So change in altitude is assuming I am flying at 2,000 feet. And for a reason, there's something within that height which may cause a danger. I might like to call back the control tower in Accra and ask permission to go higher.
Right.
This is how we fly.
Right. So we also know that the report had... Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying whether you heard me that this is the way flights are conducted. Your height, your weather, and your route.
Okay.
Must be approved.
So the report acknowledged
These
the
are
absence...
the basic things which we do.
Right. The report had acknowledged the absence of enhanced navigation equipment, but it also maintains that it did not contribute to the accident. Do you share that view?
Complete, I share with it, because these airplanes have been flying. For example, I was trained with the Italian Air Force in Italy, continuing in the US and UK. These enhancements are modern equipment, and some of the airplanes don't have them. But that doesn't make them unflyable. The basic equipment you need to fly are standard on aircraft you buy. So without this enhancement, you can still fly.
Okay. One of the recommendations was a modernization of the Air Force fleet. Now, based on your experience, what specific areas or systems should be prioritized?
Well, if the government has money to buy new airplanes, fine. But airplanes are not judged by their age. They are judged by their flying hours. Just like the presidential aircraft, which its maximum check hours is empowering to the manufacturer for them to make sure everything is okay before it's released. Because in an airplane, you can never stop it in the air to fix anything. So they make sure everything is okay before they bring it for flying the flying line.
Wing Commander, we seem to have lost you there. Could you go over what you were saying?
What I'm saying is that aircraft are not judged by the age.
Okay.
They are judged by the flying hours.
Right.
Just like maybe you have a car, you have to change oil at every 30 miles. So is airplane. They are checked according to the hours. So the age of the complete plane where you sit when you are traveling has nothing to do with the engines or the rest of it. If the engines are okay, you fly. If they are not, they take the engines and put a new engine to it. So when you looked at the aircraft the Ghana Air Force has, and one would think that they are too old, they are not. Because this Z aircraft which crashed and been in service for about 10 years plus. And they're still flying VVIPs all over.
Right.
And I must mention that the safety records of Ghana Air Force is very high, extremely very high. Since the inception of Ghana Air Force in 1959, this is about the fourth incident we've had. So our pilots are well trained.
Aside the helicopters, there's establishing a flight data and monitoring system. What is the current status of such systems in the Air Force, and what would an ideal setup look like?
You see, monitoring flight data and the rest will not be the responsibility of the Ghana Air Force.
Okay.
It will be the Ghana Civil Aviation. And you see, for especially, if you look at this incident, Accra to Obuasi is not a standard or a routine flight route. The flight route may be Accra, Kumasi, and then Obuasi. Obuasi is under Kumasi Air Traffic Control. Okay?
Yeah.
So assuming that we don't have these gadgets, these Air Force planes have been flying zigzag in the whole country. And they fly. You know, when you are flying, you have what you call reporting points. It depends on the altitude you are. Helicopters fly in VFR, which means visual flight rules. That means the pilot should have the earth or the ground in his vision. If you're going from, let's say, Kumasi to Tamale or for Accra to London, you go to Instrument Flight Regulations, IFR. You are controlled, and you fly by reporting to stations like Accra, take off to UK, may call Tamale, call Ouagadougou, Bamako, Tamaracet, and then cross the Mediterranean. But when you are doing VFR, like the helicopter is doing, you're on your own. And Ghana cannot afford to plant visual and other communications all over the country. Even in the United States, that doesn't happen.
Air Commander, realistically, how long do you think it would take to modernize the Air Force?
You mean buying new planes?
And the systems and everything, yes.
Now, why do they have to change the systems when airplanes are flyable? If you buy, the government can afford to re-equip the Ghana Air Force by buying new planes, good enough. But the airplanes they have now are not out of date, and they are flyable. And as the Board of Inquiry said, the enhancement they are talking about couldn't have saved this incident.
Right.
This is purely an aircraft incident. Wherever there are aeroplanes, these things happen. There's no ideal type of air crash.
Wing Commander, I'm very grateful for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you too.